Okay, good evening everyone. It's 6 o'clock, so we'll get started. My name's Amy Smith and I'm the Marketing Manager here at East Coast College. So thank you all for joining us this evening. Before we get started, just to make you aware, we are recording this webinar and we are also streaming live to Facebook. So none of your details will be able to be seen, but it just allows us to be able to share the video at a later date for any students that were unable to attend. There's also a question and answer box down the bottom of your screen, and as we go through the presentation, if you've got any questions, please feel free to pop them in there, and then when we get to the end, we'll answer them all at once. So today we're going to be hearing from Kerry Payne, our Assistant Principal for Higher Education and Adults, Ian Palmer, Marketing and Development Manager at the Ship Safe Training Group, and Khalid, our Curriculum Manager for Maritime. So first, let me hand you over to Kerry, who's going to give you a quick welcome.
Thank you, Amy. Hello and welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us this evening. We're really proud to be able to present to you our new and extremely exciting Maritime Cadet Programme. This is a brand new course on offer for East Coast College from September this year and is one of only 9 courses within the UK, so it's very important and it's a very unique curriculum that we can offer. The on-campus parts of the course will be delivered in our new £10.5 million Energy Skills Centre at our Lowestoft campus, and this centre houses state-of-the-art ship bridge and engine simulators, and you'll be supported in learning on these simulators by our incredibly experienced and highly qualified seafarers. I hope you enjoy this presentation and consider the cadet programme as part of your own progression. We're very lucky to be supported by Ian Palmer this evening, and I'd like to thank him for joining us today. And he will provide you with some of the core details of the cadet programme. So over to you, Ian.
Thank you, Kerry. Yeah, my name's Ian Palmer. I'm the Marketing Development Manager from Ship Safe Training Group, better known as SSTG. And we're looking to attract aspiring young people to train as officers for the Merchant Navy. SSTG, we represent 20 plus shipping companies, so containers, ferries, offshore, dredgers, tugs, cable laying, jack-up barges, research vessels, feeder ships and tankers. And the companies we work for are Evergreen, OOCL, P&O Ferries, Sea Truck Ferries, Boston Pupford Offshore Marine, North Star Shipping, Britannia, CMEX, Hanson and Tarmac, Solent Towage, Global Marines, Seajacks, Guardline, Garth Shipping and John H. Whitaker. We recruit young people to train as either marine engineers or navigation deck officers. Tonight we'll be predominantly looking at the deck scheme. Next slide, please. So just a few interesting facts about the marine sector. 75% of the planet is covered by water. Britain's an island nation, depending extensively on sea transport. 96% of all imports and exports are carried by sea. 98% of all internal voice and data traffic goes by submarine cable. 50 million people travel by sea each year. Maritime industries employ 250 plus in the UK. And maritime is the 3rd largest service sector in the UK. So what do officers do? Well, predominantly we're looking for deck officers at the moment, but East Coast College are looking to offer engineering quite soon in the future. So if you are interested in the engineering course, you can apply to East Coast and see when they get approved for that. So deck officers, they'll be responsible for the safe navigation of all vessels and passengers and crew and cargo. They'll be in charge of loading, unloading cargo, safety equipment, including lifeboats, firefighting equipment, etc. Engineering officers, sorry, doesn't matter. Engineering officers, if you are interested for a later date, are responsible for the operation and maintenance of all machinery from the main engine to the complex computer control systems. Marine engineers will learn diverse skills to troubleshoot control circuits, overhaul diesel engines, or even refrigeration units. Thank you. The training's 3 years, split into 5 phases. So phase 1's at college, building academic skills. Phase 2's at sea, building practical skills. Then phase 3, back at college for ongoing studies. Phase 4, back at sea, completion of your training record book. The training record book is the piece of criteria that you need to complete all the activities within the training record book to prove your competence that you're a Merchant Navy officer. Phase 5's final college phase, completion of academic studies, short courses, final examinations, oral exam, and issue of your certificate of competency, which will allow you to work on any ship anywhere in the world. Which route do you want to study? At the moment, East Coast College are approved for the HNC program, and the entry criteria for that is GCSE at grades 9 to 5, that's 2017 on. Grades A to C pre-2017. If you're Scottish, then National 5 at level A to C, standard grades 1 to 3. The grades are to include maths, physics, dual science, and English. So, where can you study? Obviously, there's more than one college that actually does this within the UK. Tonight, we're predominantly looking at East Coast College, but there are other colleges available. With SSTG, we allow you to choose the college that you want to study at. So that decision is yours. We don't appoint you to any particular college. You can see obviously all the colleges listed there. The sponsorship package is all your exam fees are paid, you have a uniform allowance, all tuition fees are paid, required medical fees are paid, travel allowance, and your personal training allowance, which is like your wage, but it's called a training allowance. And that minimum that SSTG company pays are £650 per month. So the potential is that with higher education, your friends may be going to university or other colleges doing different degrees. You've got the potential to get higher education debt-free. Thank you. So the reliance on seafarers within UK is fantastic, and if you just look at this slide, you can see all the stuff that we are involved in terms of, and it's all quite mind-boggling stuff. I'll just give you a couple of seconds to observe this slide. Next slide, please. So what I want to do now is show you some videos. All the videos in these, all the pictures in the next couple of videos are all from SSTG cadets that are currently serving. And it's just, you're going to see a generic video that's just about the Merchant Navy, and then specific videos about deck and engineering. And the final video is 2 cadets talking about their experience within the Merchant Navy and the training that they've had. Thank you.
SSTG are an agency, a company which basically get you in touch with shipping companies like Saga, which can sponsor you throughout the cadetship. SSTG helped me, they got me the company and they got me the job and they took me on. And any questions that I have, SSTG are always happy to help. SSTG have been in touch with me pretty much the whole time. They come to the college every phase I have, at least once. And go through things with me, make sure I'm happy, make sure I think I'm getting on well with everything and all my work. The first day I spent at sea, I was really excited and went straight up to the bridge and everything and got really stuck in straight away and got on with looking through different charts and stuff like that of where we were going. We were actually in Cape Town at the time, which was nice. So yeah, and I got shown around by different people and stuff, and slightly nervous, but excited mainly. We started off a 6-month introduction course, and that breaks you into everything you'll be expected to learn in the whole course. It's about 3 years long, and at the end you will get your certificate of competency. And also, depending on what route you take, you can either get a HND, a Higher National Diploma, or a Foundation degree. SSTG are really good because they've helped me the whole way through. They've always been there. I know I can call them up whenever I need to or anything like that. They're also they've got really good relationships with all employers and colleges. And there's no forced and just see where it takes you, really. In the end, I'd like to be chief engineer, but hopefully on tankers still. Still working on tankers. Seems appealing that career in the Navy because it's so diverse. There's so many different things to do, so many different job roles. I like travelling, going all different places, meeting new people. I really do enjoy meeting new people. Different places. Just seeing sights that you can see that a lot of people would never ever see, and getting paid to do so.
Well, I hope you enjoyed those videos. How do you apply for this? Visit the SSTG website, which is www.sstg.org. And the application form, if you want to go direct to that, is www.sstg.org/application. If you need any more information, there's our address in front of you, email addresses, and telephone number. So I hope you've enjoyed the presentation. Now I want to pass you on to Khaled, who's the curriculum leader at East Coast College, to discuss the course more. Thanks, Khaled.
Thank you, Ian, and thank you for attending the webinar. I'll give you a brief about the course and how the course is run by the college. To be able to run this course, we need an approval from three entities. That's the Merchant Navy Training Board, the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency, and Scottish Qualification Authority. At the moment, we are approved to run the Deck Cadet Programme. However, we're expecting an approval for the Engineering Cadet Programme in the near future as well. The program is a fully sponsored, as you have heard from Ian shortly, will be 3 years. And at the end of the program, you will be qualified academically with a level 4 HNC in nautical science from SQA. And the certificate of competency as a deck officer that will be issued by the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency. This certificate will enable you to work on any type of ship anywhere in the world. As a matter of fact, this program is part of the UK vision for the maritime industry, which is called Maritime 2050. If you search for Maritime 2050, you'll be able to find more information about this. How the program is structured. The cadet program is 5 phases, the first 5 phases. Phase 1 will be mainly in the college, having an introduction about the maritime industry and getting your basic safety training. You will be qualified as level 3 in diploma by the end of this phase. And then you will move on to phase 2, which is a sea phase. You will be on board the ship for that phase, and you will be required to complete your training record book. More about the training record book will be coming in the next few slides. Then you will come back to the college again for phase 3, where you will start studying towards your level 4 HNC nautical science. And you will get to use the simulators a lot more in that phase as to be qualified, preparing you for phase 4, which is the second sea phase. Again, you will be required to complete another 6-month approved sea time and continue on with your training record book. Once the sea time is completed, you are ready for the final phase, where you will be examined by the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency and hopefully issued with your certificate of competency. And you can choose then either to start your professional career as a seafarer, as a deck officer, or you would like to continue with your studies towards the HND level 5 nautical science, or maybe even progress to a full BSc in nautical science afterwards. Next slide, please. So description of the phases. Phase 1 is approximately 21 weeks that will be at the College Energy Skill Center, where you will mainly study the level 3 diploma and the basic safety courses. The basic safety courses is mainly firefighting, first aid, personal survival techniques, etc. And you will be given an introduction about the training record book. A training record book will be issued, and it will be discussed what needs to be done in the following phase, which is phase 2, your first C phase. The first C phase will be approximately 35 weeks. However, during those 35 weeks, you are required to complete 6 months of an approved C time. So that will be time on board and time on leave. The training record book is simply a list of tasks that you need to complete while you are on board ship, supervised and taught by your training officer on board the ship. So you will record your progress and achievement throughout the period of your training. This record book is a very important document when it comes to the final phase, phase 5, as you will need to present it to your examiner at the end of the program. Next slide, yeah. When you come back to the college, it will be approximately 34 weeks at college, where you will study your HNC, the level 4 in nautical science, and you will set not only the college examination, but also the MCA written examination. You will do some specialist courses in the simulator, like the NIAST course, which is Navigation Aid Equipment Simulator Training, and the Global Maritime Distress and Safety System General Operator course. And that will get you ready for phase 4, which is the second C phase. It's 45 weeks in total that include C time and leave. Out of those 45 weeks, you are required to complete a minimum of 6 months approved C time. That will bring the total C time to 12 months, and complete your MNTP training record book, getting ready for the final phase and your examination. In phase 5, it's 17 weeks where you will get prepared to set your oral exam. There will be various scenarios and mock exams held in the college, getting you ready to pass your oral exam. You'll attend a couple of advanced safety training courses, like a proficiency in firefighting and proficiency in survival craft and rescue boat. And hopefully once you pass your oral exam, you will be issued with your certificate of competency, which will enable you to start your career as a deck officer. Any questions, please, or comments?
Great, thank you, Khaled. Yeah, we have had some questions in via the Q&A button, so I'll go through and start asking some of those. If you've got any more, then please don't hesitate to pop them in now, and we'll get through them all. So let me just start with the first one. The first question we've had in is somebody's asked, what kind of ships will I be working on? Who can help with that one?
I think that would be me. Like I said, I showed a criteria of ships that are companies that SSTG work with. So if you take Boston Cupford Offshore Marine, they operate standby and supply vessels to the rigs out in the North Sea. They're a local company based in Lowestoft. We also work for Seajacks that are based up in Great Yarmouth. They do more wind farm stuff, but they've got large contracts now going on in Japan, which is quite exciting for them. We work with container companies, so you can work on container vessels, cable vessels, which carries all the data across the Atlantic and things like that. Dredgers, where the dredging sounds totally unromantic and unsexy, but sand and stuff like that from the sea is good business, and they're very good jobs because they're very good rotations and very well paid. The choice is yours. Basically, SSTG, we will give you all the information you require for the companies that we work for. You will go away and make the decision of what company you want to work for. We don't make that decision for you.
Great, thank you, Ian. Next question. Do you still get college holidays with this course?
Yes, you still get college holidays, not all of them. Some college holidays like Christmas, Easter, bank holidays. But you will have a lot of holidays during the sea phases, as the time allocated for the sea phases is well more than the required sea time. And depends again on which company you are working for. Some of them will be 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Others will be more than that, so it varies. But yes, you will get the Easter and Christmas and bank holidays.
Great, thank you, Khaled. Next question here. Will I need to wear a uniform?
At the college, yes, you will need to wear a uniform. On the ships, some shipping companies insist on uniform. Nowadays, some shipping companies don't insist on, but you would always be given PPE, which you would wear pretty much the majority of the time if you're out on deck or something like that anyway. Yeah,
great, okay, thank you. Somebody's asked, how long will I usually be away from home while studying this course?
The companies we work for, there's various rotations. So if you go and work for, say, somebody like P&O Ferries, the cadets there spend 10 days on board, 5 days off. If you go deep sea on a container vessel, then you would be looking to spend 4 or 5 months away from home, and then a couple of months off. If you go offshore, then you're invariably looking at a month on, month off. But at times you may have to do 2 months on, a month off. And it's really to get in the sea time required before you can sit for your certificate of competency. So as a deck officer, you're required to get 12 months sea service.
Okay, thank you. Somebody else has asked, do I need to pass a medical examination before applying for the course?
Yeah, there's a medical examination that's called a ENG1. You basically don't have to apply to for the medical exam to apply to us, but we will ask you once you've applied to go and have a medical, and we will refund the cost of that medical the day you start college. So the reason why we do it that way is in case you went off to another company, then they can pay for your medical. So we wait for you to start college, and then we will refund the cost of that medical. I think it's about £85 at the moment.
Okay, great, thank you. We've had a question that's come in actually from somebody watching live on our Facebook page. They've asked, do you provide second mate course for GP ratings? Anyone help with that?
Yes, we do provide this this course, second mate for a GP rating, but it's a different route. It's not similar to the cadet program. It's completely a different way. However, please email us with information, maritime@eastcoast.ac.uk, and we'll be able to help you with that.
Great, Seth, thank you. Another question here, and it might be our final one. Do you have an online tour of the simulators, or do you need, or will they have to wait until you reopen to be able to come in and see the facilities?
There is a link, which is a virtual tour to the building. It's available on the East Coast Maritime College on Facebook. If you click the link, you can have a virtual tour through the Energy Skill Center.
Great, okay. I think that's the end of our questions now, so that's brilliant. Thanks ever so much for everyone who's attended this evening and asked some questions as well. We hope you found that useful, and if you have got any more questions, then please don't hesitate to get in touch with us. There's an email address on the screen now, hereto help@eastcoast.ac.uk. And as I said, any questions you've got, please do get in touch and someone will get back to you. And if you visit our website, the East Coast College website, click under the courses and find the Merchant Navy Deck Cadet Programme, you can find all the information you need there about the course and how to apply as well. So we hope that's been helpful, and we hope to see some of you in the future.